fine students. As they are talking, very articulate, intelligent, and beautiful, handsome guys and ladies. Speak to them.
So, whether you make an impact, whether you make an impact or not, the next 5 years will determine where you be and the power you'll be commanding in this world. And Viola Davis, I'm sure most of you know her, but I may not know her by face or by name. She is a lead character in A Way of, come again, The Woman Exactly, The Woman King. So she said, the purpose or your purpose is not what you do. Your purpose is what happens to people when you do what you do. So I'm done. I can leave this auditorium and go home. I'm done. It explains everything. Whether you make an impact or not, the next 5 years will determine where you will be and the impact or the power you'll be commanding in the world. Area Mama is having a power in this jurisdiction, and she has gathered you to sit down. So imagine the next 5 years having such a power, not in Ikropon, not in Ghana, but across the world. Imagine what you'll be. Let's share a word of prayer. Father, thank you so much, oh God, for the opportunity. Thank you for grace, oh God, to speak to my fellow change makers. Father, I avail myself to you, oh God. May I not utter any word of my own, but Father, speak through me and let your word be accomplished. And after this session, may lives be impacted. This is a matter I pray with thanksgiving, and all shout amen. Before we zoom into anything, I would want to give a special thanks to God Almighty for this day. 4 years ago, I didn't envision this day to come very soon, or I didn't even think of it. And also extend an appreciation to Mrs. Rosemary Osei, as I was initially known to be Area Mama. That's how the name was saved when my colleagues sent the number to me. And also thank my colleague whom I went to secondary school with in Kwetia Presbyterian Senior High School in Kwetia, and was a student here, and I learned he graduated last year. So he linked me. So I want to appreciate and thank you very much. So my name is, so we are doing empowerment. But before that, my name is Andy Opondinchi. You might go to the next slide. My name is Andy Opondinchi. Yes, a journalist and a dream coach. The next slide. My name is Andy Opondinchi. I'm a journalist and a global speaker. Yeah, and we'll get there, and I'll tell you why global speaker is there. I'm sure you have not seen me sitting down with John C. Maxwell speaking, or I'm not standing on a global stage, but I'll get them, you understand. And I'm a dream coach, I'm an MC, and I'm a change maker. This is just to mention a few. So this is what basically I do. And today we are looking at empowering youth to take community action through the SDGs. We are looking at empowering youth to take community action. Bear in mind, you are taking community action. Although you may be having a global mindset, you are taking a community action. And I was inspired, your name again, please. I was inspired when Area Mama mentioned Eunice, or called Eunice to mention or let us know what she did with her girls can or she can. And that's so inspiring. You don't need to get to the global stage. You don't need to hold the mic in your hand. And I'll get there, we'll explain better. I was surprised once again to meet a fellow change maker whom I met on Facebook. But yesterday I was telling a friend of mine whom I met on Saturday through a program I joined from Passion to Purpose. And I met it was one of the speakers. And I reached out to the speakers and then we were interacting. And I was telling the guy that, oh, I like the way the guy presented and all. The guy said, oh, thank you. And I said, this is not pretense. This is who basically I am. I am a highly motivated individual. Yes. So for you to gather people, even if it's one or two, you are doing something. You may not be on the global stage. This is Eunice, and she's coming, and you can see 10 people following her. Then she's like this. But as whatever she is, by the grace of God, as the Lord has made her, she's making an impact, and so can we all do. Next slide, please. Yeah, so bear in mind what we are, the topic is community. Although you're having a global impact, community. Community means what? Start from where you find yourself. This class can be a community. Start from here. You can call Eunice. Hey, Eunice, how did you do what you did? The power of copying. I remember, and I'm sure you can bear witness to me when they say copying. Oh, my friend has copied me. You laugh at the person and all that. But copying is one of the tools that you can use to make an impact. Copying is an act or a tool where you can use to change your life. They say when you're in school, we say, "Oh, my friend has copied me," or "My friend has copied my work," and all that. But when you go to the world, when you go to the world market, copying is one thing that I need to do, and that's one thing I've also used to grow, and I'm still growing with it. So, bar stop boys. How many of us know bar stop boys, or have heard of bar stop boys? Okay, Professor. Professor. And I wasn't surprised you called him Professor because he's also doing marvelous work on social media, doing a lot. Yeah, so I said of Bus Stop Boys. Professor, my friend here. Okay, very good. So Bus Stop Boys was started July last 2 years by Henima Kojo Safo. 4 friends began cleaning Accra bus stop. Remember, it began with or by Oheniba Kojo plus 4 friends. So Eunice shared an inspiring journey on what she did that she can. You are here. You got inspired or you were motivated by what she said. Go to her. Eunice, how do you do this? Can we collaborate? Can we do this? By the next 1 year, 2 years, or even less, what you'll be doing with Eunice together or what you'll be doing individually and she'll be doing hers on the side, it will marvel you. Yes, it will marvel you. So, Bus Stop Boys, Oheneba started 4 friends, clean Accra. He found out something. He found out there is a problem, there is a challenge. So he teamed up with his friends. Now 4+ volunteers, including volunteers, including midwives, soldiers, and carpenters. Just a single idea. Presbyterian College of Education. What is here, crack can we do? And one thing I've come to realize, there are problems everywhere. There are problems everywhere. It's just for you to be, and borrowing my friend's word, to be passionate and to realize it and go for it. Even this, there are problems here. You see, there are problems here. So Oheniba realized the problem. 4 friends joined and they started. And when they started, I'm sure you're now seeing the glory. But do you know what they had to go through behind the scene? And I'm using this to encourage you that when you start, nobody knows of Eunice. Do you know what Eunice had to go through to put the She Can movement up? She went through a lot. And with all the things she went through, nobody even knows of her. I don't even know of her until today when Madam mentioned her. So I'm letting you know that when you start, there will be a bit of challenges. It's part of it. Jim Rohn, one of my motivational speakers and authors, said challenges or failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Failure is not the opposite of success. That this is failure, this is success, opposite, boy, girl. It's part of it. You go through failure or failing to become successful. So she's growing, she's falling. Nobody is seeing her. The next year, 2 years, when she get to the global stage, hey, now we're so free. Do you know what she has done at the background? Do you know the work, the sacrifice? When she started and people were laughing at her in the class, do you know what she had to do behind? But today, when she stands on the global stage with Oprah Winfrey beside her and they are conversing, impacting lives, it's when did she come? But she started some years ago. And this reminds me, there's a Chinese quote. I said she started some years ago. There's a Chinese quote that says that the earlier you know that you have boarded the wrong bus, the better it is for you to get off so that the return back won't be costly. So guys, Eunice whether she is wrong or not, she has started something. When I started with my project, I was also lost. I started with constitution. As I'm standing here, I don't know everything about the constitution. Hey, that as for Andy, he can rattle it. He knows chapter 5, constitution. Master, I don't know. I'm being frank with you, I don't know. But back then when I started, I was creativity and passion was bursting within me just to make an impact. And today, we are still embarking on that constitution, but that's not the main focus. I have realized and gone through phases where I know this is what my passion is. This is what I love more. This is what I know I have authority to do. And by the grace of God, through my friend Magdogbe, I am here speaking with you. So Eunice, when she starts, she'll realize, hey, I want to go to this place, but is the she can that I'm doing, is it right? Well, let me do. So the earlier she realized that she's on the right bus, the better it is for her to get to where she wants to go, and even more. And even if it's a wrong bus, remember, along the line, she'll get down. As I was coming here, I was praying. And that's one thing about me. I'm sure most of you can bear witness to that. When you're going somewhere you don't know of, you'll be asking the mate, you drew Anna, you drew Anna. I don't know them. This is the first time coming here. So I said to the mate before I sat in the bus, I'm going to a Krupon, a Presbyterian. I mentioned the school and said, "Oh, you bought you are like, I think my friend made a mistake and wrote a Krupon BEC. I'm sure it's a typo, but the place is BC. BCE. So when I said I'm lighting at a Krupon BC, he said, "Oh no, it's PC." When I sat in the bus and I gave the money to him, I said, "Mate, I would like to take Krupon BC. Please don't forget another place." It got to a point. Mate, have you alighted? Also, don't worry, 1 hour more. So now, and within me, my friend, I was praying, God, don't let me, God, I beg you, don't let this be a wrong trip, or don't let me bypass the place, because coming back, I may get here late, and costing, whether I can be able to pay or not, I can use that money for something else. So I was praying, God, don't let this journey send me to a wrong place. I was praying. So imagine when I boarded the bus, I didn't interact with the mate, and the mate sent me, I don't know the final destination, but the mate sent me somewhere else. Remember coming back, it will be costly. Although fine, it will be termed as tried, but it will be costly. So let's bear in mind with that. So just one act of bus stop boys, just one person, Kojo, and that one person is seated here. They have, all of us are one person. Why? From different fields. My brother here can be one person in starting an auto mechanic something. I said auto mechanic something. That's not my field. But he has a passion for it. He can start that thing. The next year, 2 years, he can be doing something big. So because of that, Bus Stop Boys, Kojo, 4 people came on board. They started. Now they have 40 plus volunteers, midwives, including soldiers and carpenters. And you know we have professional carpenters. Then they are making viral impact. Videos spread online. Even UK teens join cleanup. Then you have a call. Hello, Eunice. I'm calling from Switzerland. I want to collaborate with you. Won't you be happy? Someone from Switzerland collaborating with Eunice from Ukropon. Someone say, but me that Mama is Legon. She's not coming to me, Eunice, because Eunice is making an impact. Eunice is very intentional, and we can all do it. Yes, we can all do it. Quote, our goal is not just to clean the street, but to change mindset. So when Kojo started, he didn't start because he found a problem. Fine, there was a problem he noticed. But yet still, he wanted to embark on a mission where he changed the mindset of people, especially young people. So whatever you are doing, and I'm believing Eunice has a mindset or a quote of hers. I have a lot of quotes personally and from people, which I'll share one with you very soon. Numerous. So I'm sure you have a quote, and any other person here that you have also started something, I'm sure you have a quote that is inspiring you. So the mindset wasn't just to clean Accra, although that's the goal, but it was to change mindset. And he was working towards the SDG 11, Sustainable Development Goals. That's sustainable cities, 12, reasonable consumption, 13, climate change. This is what he did. And the small local acts can speak nationwide change. I think anytime I'm coming to school, I see there's a primary school. I see the primary school, the litter. Once again, being a passionate person, you'll be concerned. And let me chip in this. Due to the project I'm embarking on, I've developed this eagerness in me that if care is not taken, I'll be beaten. But something may happen, and that thing that may happen may be something good, which will turn out to something powerful. So along the line, when I realize of being a change maker and all that, I don't like when people litter. So when I drink pure water, I put in my pocket. Pure water, when you dump pure water here, people collect it, right? But I'm not seeing pure water here. So I won't leave mine here. Although they'll come, I won't leave. I'll rather put in my pocket and go and dump it somewhere I'm seeing a lot. So this thing has stuck with me. When I see people drop things on the floor, you see people in their cars, in commercial vehicles, drop bottle outside. I become so uncomfortable. Why can you do that? Drop it in the car. The mate, and that's the norm. You drop it in the car. The mate has to clean it and dump it at the right place. But you rather drop it somewhere else. So you are coming to school every day. You see these young people and their children dumping things. A passionate person realized something. Okay, I think if there is a dustbin, I'm sure there will be a dustbin there, but assuming there's no dustbin, I'm sure if you put a dustbin at this vantage point, it will help. Or I speak with area mama and let we or me go and engage these kids about the need to keep the environment clean. It will help. Just an idea. Just an idea. You're gone. And I was so happy she made mention about writing. 2019, I chanced on a small book, Make Today Count by John C. Maxwell. And this is it. This is a catch. I'm sure most of you here are readers. If not avid, we are readers. I can see from Professor over there. Guys, develop the habit of reading. Read a lot. So I chanced on a small book, like a pocket book, John C. Maxwell. And how many of us know John C. Maxwell? He's a motivational speaker. If you don't know him, search for him. I chanced on his book, and it wasn't even mine. It was my sister's book. And our pastor, that's my sister's direct pastor, has given the book to her to read. And she hasn't read yet. And I said, let me read the book. And I urge you to look for that book. It's very small, so you can read it. I read that book, and the things I learned from it was so inspiring. And among that thing, one thing that stood out to me is the act of writing things down. Guys, I won't joke with you. Put me to test and trust God and write things down. You'll be amazed. And Professor, once again, when Madam was mentioned vision board. There's something called vision board. How many of us know vision board? If you don't know vision board, something like this. When you go to the Western countries, you could see a board in their room. They paste pictures of things they want to become, where they want to go, what they want to do on the paper, on their board. So that's a vision board. You can read more about it on the internet. Back here at home in Ghana, I'm having a dream book. You know, in Ghana, I'm finding myself in Accra. This tree word, Oriunfoba, Oriunfoba, o parent. O parent that them and I'm more them back. Even if you have 2 rooms, there are times they can come to your room a lot or often. So there are things that I may want to achieve, but I do not necessarily want, and we all bear witness to that. So I didn't go with a vision board. I'm going with the dream book. So I bought a diary. And don't make it so special. If you want to make it so special, fine. I'm melancholic and a choleric. So you can know my traits. So I'm too prim and proper. Yeah. But no worry, you can use an exercise, but don't use a jotter. You need to borrow your book. So, Andy came to talk about vision board or dream book. Okay, dream book. So you have your book here like this. You write your date, today's date. You write, for instance, you want to, and don't limit yourself to anything. If you want to go to the White House, get a White House. I want to meet Donald Trump. Get a picture of him. He's not a human being like us. So you go to the internet, you download pictures of things you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to become. You download them, and then you put them, you make a collage picture, then you go and print it colored. Then you cut them now. So you take first picture. You're a lady, you are very eloquent, confident, you admire Oprah Winfrey. A picture of Oprah Winfrey here, or Michelle Obama. It's here. So your date is here. You write the next 2 years and add a date to it because you are testing God. July or June 30th, 2027. June 30th, 2027. I'm going to have my own global show. Maybe that's Oprah does a lot of things. So you are just taking the inspiration from her as a host, or Michelle Obama as a president, wife. What's your name? Thank you very much. So you take that particular thing, June 30th, June 30th, I want to host my own show, global show. You have started the date. You are affirming. Then you put the picture here. You glue that white glue. You paste it. You put the picture here. Then you give thanks to God. God, thank you for making me more like Oprah. I said more like Oprah because you can't be Oprah. We are all different. We are all unique. So in as much as you want to be Oprah, God can even make you more. But you are limiting yourself to Oprah. So make me more like Oprah. Then you write it here. That's it. Every morning. And I'm not saying this, as I said, this is not part of it. I'm just telling you this to encourage you. This morning, I went through my vision, my dream book. So every morning, I have a task of, okay, I want to go to BBC because I'm a journalist. I want to do this. Then I'm just saying it every morning. Every morning. Just do it. And along the line, just put God to the test. So change starts with one simple act. What have you noticed? Thank you very much. What have you noticed? What do you want to change? It can be as tiny. Then the quote is, the world doesn't change by those who talk. Once again, I'm sure most of you have come across it. Talk not the cook rice. Who has come across it? Talk not the cook rice. Yeah. A young journalist from Joy Multimedia. It's a podcast. It's also on YouTube. And I binge watch a lot of motivational videos, TEDx, interviews of great people. You want to come like Oprah Winfrey? Watch her videos, read her books. So, Talk Not the Cook Rice. It's a show on Joy News where a young gentleman, I think, started last year. So the whole thing is about area mama. Talk not the cook rice. Okay, yes, it's also an answer. Kasa bebre and no. And okay, on the 21st of June, I'll go and visit this lady. Okay, on the 22nd of June, I'll buy a new iPad. On the 23rd of June, I'll do this. On the 24th of June, what can Emma be? Put it into action. And Miles Maroon, do you know Miles Maroon? He's a motivational speaker and a writer. Miles Maroon said, the greatest place and the beautiful place on earth is not your school. And this is not a disrespect to your school. It's not my hometown. It's not East Legon. It's not the president's house. It's not White House in abroad. Or it's not the Flagstaff house. So I can't say about Flagstaff house, uncle. Oh, nice. But Miles Maroon said, the nicest and the greatest place on earth is not the nicest place you are thinking of. Do you know where it is? Who can help us? Graveyard, solid. Solid. The graveyard. Why? Who can help us?
Dreams were not on earth and they were buried.
Thank you. Thank you. And I was just watching an interview 2 days ago from Joyce Daniels, a Nigerian MC. Joyce Daniels. As I said, I'm also an MC. So I follow her a lot. And I'm watching an interview of her. And then she mentioned a lot of aspirations, dreams that people want to accomplish are there. And when I was coming, I saw Sana Hatian. I saw graveyard along the yard. I said, if in the evening you are walking on the road, and then you walk in the evening, or you have to walk with someone, Like me, like this, that no, no, no. Because where I come from, Accra, where I am, like it's in the inner areas. And any inquiry, I'm and tell unconscious and say, oh, maybe I'll free school now upon Kobasia. Then you be scared. So that's what Miles Maroon said. The greatest place on earth is the graveyard. A lot of activities. So as I'm standing here, when God calls me one day, I'm going to die empty. And that's what you should aspire for. Die empty. Empty means that anytime an idea comes to mind, action, action, action. And action doesn't mean that anytime it comes, just action. Just, Area Mama said, plan. Draw your plan, but just that, act it. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. He's actually a senior friend, and he said, as for him, when he gets, also has a lot of ideas, but he wants to take time and critically adjust it. Unfortunately, I'm not that type. That doesn't mean I'll zoom into it straight away, but I'm not that type. I'm not that type. When an idea comes, or I have an idea, I think about do my planning, but I don't keep long. I act it. I am working where I'm working. I'm working with ABC News Ghana. I'm sure, I don't know whether most of you, ABC News Ghana, if you don't know, you scan your TV to get it. I'm working as a journalist, and I got there through these things I'm doing. I've always wanted to be a journalist since JHS2. And along the line through a secondary school, the passion is still in me. So I remember after secondary school, passion was bursting within me. I've been watching these people interview and all that, and I feel like I can do it. But now in TV3, now you are always school. Even I just finished school. But imagine the array of people or the queue of journalists who have gone to school, that's university, to be trained as journalists. I in line to get there. And me that green on from secondary school, I said I want to become a journalist. But all the same, I didn't give up. Secondary school, I took 2 years off before I went to university. So that 2 years, I was working in a school, research school in Accra. And I sent my CV and a letter to 5 media houses: TV3, GH1, Home Base, HSTV, and one more. To 5. I was kind of running like this. To 5. I sent it. That's not even the catch. This is the catch. Because of the creativity within me of becoming a journalist. So I went to speak with YouTube. And I said YouTube. And I started my own interviews. I brought out a show, doing videos and all that. And then, as I told you, out of second, I didn't know anything. I'm still learning today too. But I started something. I did something. So what do you want to become? Is he a journalist, a philanthropist? A philanthropist, have a big heart to just give to people. You want to become a nurse. How eager are you when someone is sick? When someone vomits, ew, I don't like it. And you want to become a nurse. You understand? So you have to be what? You have to be passionate about these things. So I started my own YouTube, back and forth, doing YouTube videos, interviews, putting on social media and Facebook and all that. And a colleague, last 2 years after this April, Good Friday, I'm a Lightician. After Good Friday at the Independence Square, we had finished, and I'm trying to join my bus. You know, the place when you finish, the place is hazy. So I was trying to join the bus and then I received a call from a friend whom I know and a very close friend of mine. I said, should I pick this call? Because I'm trying to also rush to join my bus. Let me pick. I picked this call. Hello, Andy. He normally calls me, sir. Sir, blah, blah, blah. I have a friend who is looking for a media guy or someone into these things, and I want to recommend you and all that. And I said, oh, why not? Why not? And I said, okay. And just like that, the following day or the next 2 days, he linked the person to me. I went to the interview, not interview via Apple, and then I got employed by the grace of God. And today, and this is my first media house. And if not for nothing, I'm standing. I said I'm working in a media house. So I'm working in ABC. It's an established media house. Even if you don't know, it's a media house. Yes, you know, it's a media house. So, and what I did some years ago brought me there. And that's not where I want to be. It's growth. And remember, you can't fail or you can't escape failing to get to success. So I'm passing through the green or the grass or the woods to get somewhere. So whatever you want to do, just one simple act, just one mindset. Yeah, my tripod. It's the same thing too. I remember when I started these things, I need to get it. And guys, bear in mind, we are in a technological world. You don't need to have a camera. This is phone. I use phone even at ABC where I work. I can share some of my I've done stories, features, news, that are stories of people, and I use my phone to shoot from start to end. Yes. At work, when I put on my boots, there's a boot I wear, and I put on my vest, and they say, hey, Andy is going. Global is going. I tell the reason why okay, you mentioned the global is going out. No one is going with me. I have my camera, my mic I'm using is my personal mic I bought because of the thing I started earlier. So I use my own phone, my own mic at work. And I've done stories. Stories that if today, if I say I'm going, I don't like where I'm working, I'm going to another place, and they say, okay, you said you are a journalist. What have you done? Okay, these are my videos. I have done a backlog, I have a backlog of stories. So just one simple act, you can do something, and you can do a whole lot with your phone and with technology. The quote over there, I chanced on this quote from Jim Ovio. Jim Ovio. I'm sure you can't see well, but I'll read it to you. Jim Ovia. When I chance, as I said, I am very passionate. I'm a highly passionate person. Why? Because I binge on motivation, videos, interviews, and everything. I came across this quote I think 2 or 3 years ago, and the quote says that you the quote says that you must identify the local problems in your community and start solving them. When you start doing that, okay, saving on it. When you start doing that, guess what comes? Who can guess? Who can guess? It's interactive. We are collaborating. Who can guess? You must start solving. You must first identify a problem in your community and start solving them. When you do that, what will happen? Something will come to you. Good. What will happen? He said what? Global problems will come seeking for your local solution. In Ghana, West Africa, or West Africa, and something you are doing, someone from Western countries is coming for that thing. It's not magic. It's just a little act of action that you took or a problem you realize. And that's what Bastop did. That's what Bastop did. You must identify the local problems within your local environment and start solving them. When you succeed in doing that, foreign problems will come seeking your local solution. She started a She Can movement, gathering young people to teach them these skills. It's a step you are going. So if you start identifying the local problems within your local environment, look at what he said. Your local environment. He didn't say, and this is a community, but you have a local environment, even within this community. If you start identifying them and start solving them, foreign problems will come for your local solution. And that's it. So, guys, that's what Jim Ovia is telling us.
Global teachers. Global impact. So there is one with global impact. Global teachers. Global impact. The guys alone. Global teachers. Global impact. What about the ladies? Global teachers. Global impact. The husbands. Global teachers. Global impact. Global teachers. Global impact.
Area Mama, can I graduate with this final year student? so that I can join your class. Your class will be very interesting. So thank you very much, area mama. So that's it. Mark Dogbe, as I said, I went to school with him. And when I was beginning my organization, my ministry, some 4 years ago, he was one of the people I called. So Mark Dogbe is part of my team. And we are making impact together. So with the affirmation, with the mindset, guys, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Keep saying it. And this thing that you have, I don't know whether it's already there, but if you created this saying right here, it's something that you can be saying in your teachings. Global teachers, global impact. And when you say global too, global should not necessarily by force be on the global stage. You can be in Ghana and still make a global impact. Yes. And we'll come to the place. There's a very young lady. We'll come there very soon. And she made mention of the UN, which will come there. So this is Sustainable Development Goals. Ima? Okay, so before that, the United Nations needs you to achieve Agenda 2030 through the 17 SDGs. The United Nations, they need you. And I'm not going to go through what the United Nations is or what it does. I'm sure you all know them. Agenda 2030 is when the goals, we have 17 goals, which I believe you know, it's when the goals will be assessed. So the goals were created in 2015 after the Millennium Development Goals for 15 years. So that one was in 2000. It was created. Then it was given a span of 15 years. So that one ended 2015. That's Millennium Development Goals. Then Sustainable Development Goals started from September 2015, and it's expected to end when 2030. So we are left with how many years? 5 years. Don't you think you can do something? You can be a part of it. They say national cake, and the government has given us taking a national cake. You too, the global cake, be a part of building it. Build the national and the global cake, the world cake. Build it, and we can do it. So the United Nations needs us as young people. They need us as young people to make decisions on a global scale for us to make our world a better place. We are not too young to lead and never too old to learn. That's a quote from the United Nations. So why student action is critical? You are the largest percentage of Ghana's population. That's why this matter. You are the largest population. Then many policies and ideas ignore young voices. They say they are making. You have a question? Or you're making a statement? Sure. They say we are developing the country and all that. But many policies and ideas are not around young people. They ignore young people. So if there won't be someone to sit at the global table or the stage and speak for us, who then will speak for us? The third one is innovation thrives where youth act, not wait. Okay, I just finished secondary school last year. I'm very young. I'm 20 years old. They said I have a bright future. I finished secondary school just last year. Okay, then you are doing as until you want to become a journalist. So, I have a bright future. I'm just 20 years old. I have a long my father is a pastor, and they said I'll die at 100 and all that. So they are going then the days are, remember, time is money, as they say. Time waits for no man. So the clock is ticking. Instead of acting, doing something, starting something, no matter little it may be, guys, it shouldn't be something ambiguous. No. When I started, I didn't think of coming to stand here. I have not envisioned this now. So I was very surprised. Mark said, you won't collaborate with me. I didn't envision it now. But guys, there's something we can do. So innovation thrives where youth act. Don't wait. There is no what? There is no perfect time. The next perfect time is when? Now. Thank you. There's no perfect time. Assuming I had waited, I want to work at TV3, and after secondary school, and one of the things that aside me getting the work at ABC, I won't say BBC, you see, I'm proclaiming into the future. Aside working at ABC, one of the things that has really helped me in my line as a journalist, you don't also have to just be you have to own your craft, be good at what you do. That is not to say I'm perfect, but by the grace of God, I know what I do. I'm good at what I'm doing and still learning. So imagine I hadn't started what I did at that time and I'd waited. Oh, when opportunity comes, when opportunity presents itself, remember I'll be wasting 4 years, 5 years, and I'll be starting from where? The scratch. Where I could have started some years ago, and I've made a lot of mistakes. So make the mistakes. And guess what? I was laughed at. And alongside being laughed at, I was encouraged. I had a few people, one day are doing well, and they keep going, and they keep going. And those who say, oh, when I will cry, so then. The next one is the SDGs are the 17th global goals to make the world a better place by 2030. Guys, bear in mind, you hear of the Iran war. Yeah. Indirectly, it's affecting us. Someone will say, does it affect? But it's affecting us. Look at the scale that is even affecting us. Oh. And imagine if it is not stopped, where it will get to, and where it will be. It will affect us more. So when we talk about the 17 goals, it's not only about an area mama going to bring someone and the person is coming to tell us the boys at the back, keep quiet, and no. It's about we collaborating and we sharing ideas and we starting something to do now, to act now. To act now. And in all regards to what? Making our world a better place. As area mama was just saying, she being a teacher and someone referring me to her and all that, it just dawned on me. So we are all teachers, right? Yeah. Then that means, guys, your responsibility is very greater. Because aside the impact you are going to make, you are going to have a group of people who you are going to impact into. And remember, what you say to them and how you say will go a long way to them. Yeah. There's a video I watched from Steve Harvey, which I believe you know her. Steve Harvey. One of her teachers really dumped his spirit and dumped something bad within his spirit. Yes. He was in a classroom and they're having class session like this, and the teacher told all of them, write what you want to become in future. Everybody wrote what he wants to be. And I can share that video with you if you want. I'll have it. Everybody wrote his pilot, doctor, architect, philanthropist, journalist, or global journalist like Andy, global philanthropist like Eunice. Everybody wrote what they want to write. And when he got to Steve Harvey and he saw his, he said, I want to be on TV. I want to be on TV. And do you know what the teacher said? And guys, this is just on the side because you're a teacher. As I said, greater responsibilities on you. The teacher said, you want to be a teacher. Who in your family is on TV? Want to be on TV? Who in your family is on TV? Who in this community is on TV? Who in this country is on TV? You can't be a TV. You can't be on TV. That's what the teacher told Steve Harvey. And bear in mind, the young ones are looking up to us. If Area Mama is not doing what she is doing, I don't think if one person will call her, Area Mama, thank you for the inspiration of the class. If one person. And from the Bible, when one of the thing got missing, he left the 9 and went out for the one. What? The sheep. Thank you very much. So if one person has come to thank Area Mama, then that means Area Mama is doing the work of God. Yes. Let's clap for Area Mama. Clap for Area Mama. Oh, guys, let's appreciate Area Mama. Guys, I don't feel the spirit. Let's appreciate Area Mama. Let's appreciate her. Very good. So you don't have to. So as you are going out there, you'll be teaching people. You don't have to. You have to bear in mind that I have to be motivated myself, even if I'm not. No, let me put my unhappy moment or mood down. I'm going to speak to people. Let me be motivated. The woman told Steve Harvey that, and guys, you need to watch this video. And I can share it with you upon request. Yes, upon request. I'll give my number out upon request. The teacher said this to Steve Harvey, and bear in mind, it went into his head. And as I told you, the mind, that's where my global influential analysts come in. As I hear it, I'm not perfect. And I can never be perfect. Why? I'm not God. And I'm happy the way I am, but I'm growing. But as I keep hearing global, more responsibilities on me. Hey, global, you say then I'm doing. So if you tell your student you want to be on TV, Ebenezer, that's excellent. Give me 5 in the air. You can do it. It's going a long way to impact into his life. Today, do you know what Steve Harvey is doing? Steve Harvey is buying a flat screen TV for the teacher every Christmas. Why? Excellent. Excellent. If you are saying I can't do it, na TV na teacher need to mentor. But a person or the chain is say, watch me. Watch me. What's the name? Empress. Watch me. Watch me and see what God will do. And Steve Harvey has gone through phases. Steve Harvey is having a show. A show. Okay, guys, let's move on. So this is a quote I chanced on from a young leader at the United Nations. I'll share a picture with you very soon at the end. Please, can we all read the quote at the end? The last one, the last time. Guys, when I came across this quote, I said, wow. As I said, I'm saying it again. I think I've said it 3 times or so. This is the 3rd time. By the grace of God, I'm a highly motivated individual. Not just that I don't become sad, though. I do. But I don't let it center or keep long. No. So I'm always searching, and because I read, I'm always looking for quotes, looking for watching videos, interviews. I came across this quote. The young lady said, a better you means a better world. I said, wow. A better me. So if I'm better, Eunice can be better. If Eunice is better, I can be better. If Eunice is better, Ebenezer can be better. If Ebenezer is better, Eunice can be better. And we get what? A better world around. So guys, it's not only about and into being to me. You are not making the world a better place. Remember, there is a lot on you have to do. So that's what Zara said. Zara is just 13 years old. Yes, I'll share a picture with you. She's just 13. And she's a leader at the United Nations. As Area Mama was saying, be a leader at the United Nations. So that's what Zara said. Emmanuel, the next slide. So guys, this is the 17 goals. So when I also started mine, as I said, right after secondary school, creativity, passion, and impact was bursting within me. I wasn't even aware of this, but it was bursting me and to do something. It's not like, Oshe, I was being forced, but I could feel I can do something. So it was within me. And along the line, I even chanced on this. And not knowing directly, I was working along one of the goals. That's goal 4. Yes. So we have 17 goals. There are a lot. Guys, check what you can do. And the good thing is that the goals interrelate or they are interconnected. So I am an advocate of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. But I advocate for Goal 3, good health and well-being, Goal 4, quality education, Goal 5, gender equality, and Goal 6, clean water and sanitation. That's what I work around. But the one I'm most passionate about is Goal 4, quality education. Because of what I do, the schools we go and all that. So guys, not for school, I don't like school and all that. Guys, there's something that you can do. Oh, you know me, I don't like speaking in public like you. You have something there. Climate change is really becoming a worry to our world. Sorry for using left. Climate change is becoming a worry in our world. And if we don't rise up, I don't want to be pessimistic. Life below water. Life below water. As it says, the sea. Is there a sea around this place? Okay, you're not close to the sea. But where I am, I'm a bit close to the sea. and you can see and imagine the things that people are throwing into the sea. Just recently, we celebrated. I told you I do stories at work on global celebration or global celebration. So just this month, we celebrated World Ocean Day, and the United Nations office in Ghana, they collaborated with UNFPA with young people, and they went to the seaside to clean the beach. And you could imagine and see the kind of death and all that. So you have something there. You just read about it. Anything, what Eunice is doing, anything. Ebenezer, I don't know what Ebenezer want to start. You have yours there. The only thing you need to do is that just read about it. I'm also available for any direction or anything. We can discuss. The power of one action. Why you, the youth? The power of one action. Why you, the youth? Ghana's youth, that's over 70% of the population. You leave the problem, so you understand them. You leave the problem, so you understand them. At the United Nations level, the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, and the Assistant General Secretary General, that's Felipe Pueli, are making sure that the youth is at the table. And they are not only at the table, but they are at the table with solution-oriented ideas, their voice, impactful initiatives. So if globally the United Nations is forcing for the youth to come to the table, and when I say the table, please do you understand? The decision table. If they are making sure that the youth is at the table and you are not learning enough, you're not reading more, you're not involving yourself, then where should the youth come from to the table? And remember, the problem is around the youth. So there is someone from the youth to be at the table because we know that we live in a problem. Area mama alone can't go to the principal or this and discuss. Oh, they need a rep here. I think we need this. The person really knows how they are affected. So, guys, let's take note. Example: a student-led cleanup campaign that led to the community worldwide sanitation. That's the bus stop boys. Example again is Pizza Man, Chicken Man started at university students. You know him. Today, there's nowhere you go that is not there. He went to KNUST or KNUST, and he's just young as us. If he's old, just 1-2 years old, as us. But today, Pizza Man is there, making impact. And when I see this building, I'm amazed. Nice building, and you can do it. You can do it. Today, they have created 1,000+ jobs. So as he just had an idea to better himself, to take an action. It didn't just end there. He has employed people, over 1,000 people. He has given them employment. And indirectly, you know what he's doing? Yeah, but he's working towards one of the two of the goals. Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. He's working towards that goal. So you may not, as I told you, when I began, I didn't know I was working towards SDG 4 because I didn't even know of it. So I watched interview and someone mentioned it. That's Anita Eskin, and I realized it, and I do a little bit of reading, and we kept going. So it's working towards goal 8, and then only goal 8. That's decent work and economic growth. And the quote there, please, who can identify the man there? Who can come again? Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg. Guys, listen to what Mark Zuckerberg said. Guys, are you here with me?
Yes.
Mark Zuckerberg said, ideas don't come out fully formed. When I came across this quote too, I was so impressed. Ideas don't come out fully formed. They only become clearer as you work on them. You just have to get started. That's what Mark Zuckerberg said. Ideas. She has an idea. She started. You just have to get started. So that's what Mark Zuckerberg is saying. Please, next slide. So this is my story. So in 2019, in 2018, an edge came to me in the sense when I remember when I was in secondary school, my final year in secondary school, we were treating constitution as a course in government as one of our electives. And we were treating the constitution, but I realized I didn't know much of the constitution. So when I completed and I came home, I realized, nah, it's not only me, but a lot of the young people too don't know the constitution. So I remember in 2019, I came back from, I told you I took 2 years off to work before I went to school. I was sitting in my parents' single room with my back at I think one of some stuff. And I was just thinking, this constitution something, I can develop something out of it. Just an idea. I can develop something. And the journey started growing, falling, failing, growing, stepping up. And today, by the grace of God, we are not where we want to go to, but we know we'll get there. But we are somewhere. We are not where we used to be. So that's it. This is our first school that we went to. That's my alma mater. And guys, despite the fact that there are problems around, there are solutions around too. The solutions are just indirect. You may not see them with your physical eye, but there are solutions. I realized I want to speak on constitution. I want to speak with people. Where will I get people to speak with? My alma mater. When I was in school, I was the school prefect. I spoke to the head teacher and she knows me. I want to do this. Oh, and is this not a good thing? She said, why not? And she gave me the opportunity. So I spoke with these peoples about the constitution. You can see they are having nose masks. So that's coronavirus era. In that year, you see, that's coronavirus era. And then we keep growing. So we are just going to look through some short steps you can take action. That's 4 steps you can take action. So 4 steps for taking action. First one, see the problem. So then I saw the constitution as a problem. And I went to the school. Then link it to a goal. Remember I said I didn't even know it was SDG4, but I got to know it now. So I link into a goal. So that's what I'm embarking on. I link it to SDG goal. That's what is it. Quality education. Then start with what you have. You can go back to the first one because this one was just last year at Amamoma, Cape Coast. The third one. So start with what you have. The third picture there was when I journeyed to University of Cape Coast when I was embarking on a personal project. I told you I started a show before I even joined a media house. And the show I started, I took it upon myself to journey from my house, Accra, to University of Cape Coast to interview student leaders. Nobody have asked me. I was doing volunteer work at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. I took permission and I went to University of Cape Coast. I want to hear the voice of young people. So I went there for 1 week and I interviewed students, the SRC. I interviewed the SRC and all that. I was in a media household and I did it. And along the line, that's my career. But with my organization and my foundation, I said, nah, I can't take the journey from Accra to Cape Coast and not doing something for my organization. So then we bought books, storybooks, and went to a school, Amamoma, that's the name of the community. I went to a school. We had planned ahead. That's when I was about to leave. And we went there and we embarked on our project. And the books that we are having, we're able to buy 5 books. 5. Someone will say, oh, Nasi, sir. That's what we could afford. Do you understand? So do what you can do. So the first one is what? The 4 steps we are doing or we are learning the formula. See the problem. Second one, link it to a goal. The goals are a lot. 3, start with what you have. And we started with the going to the school at Amamoma, although we have been to a lot of schools already. Then 4, tell your story to inspire others. The 4th one is just last 2 months. Is it April or May? I spoke to my pastor at church that I want to speak to the teens church, and they said, okay, no problem. So I spoke to them about the SDGs.